I'm doing good. Thank you for
Yeah.
asking.
Awesome. Good to see you. Hi, Ina. Oh man, isn't it
Hi,
isn't it isn't
it's
it
mid.
midnight or
Yes,
are
it
you in
is.
Australia? I thought you were in Australia.
Yeah, I'm in Australia. It's midnight.
Okay. Wow. Welcome.
I'm
It's
in
late.
bed,
I didn't
but
think
I was
anyone was going
like,
to show up.
I'll just check it in. Check it in before I go back. I go to
Nice.
bed. So I might fall asleep. Who knows?
Well,
Hey,
welcome.
Nico.
Glad to have you. Hey, Nico. How are you? Can you hear us? She's in a cafe somewhere.
Okay, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Awesome. How are you? Glad to see you guys.
And you?
And Ina's here from Australia. She's in one of my AI groups that I'm a part of. And excited to have you. She's doing really well. She does pet photography specifically. So if you have pets and you want to do stuff, she's great. She mostly teaches people though, teaches other pet photographers. And there you go. We got somebody there. Is that a dog? It's a little dark. Or a cat? Excellent. Oh, you're muted.
What time is it in Australia? It must be the middle of the night.
It's midnight
Yeah.
right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's Wednesday morning.
Wow.
She's here. Awesome. Well, I'm going to be seeing her in Fiji here in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got
I'm
dogs
jealous.
piled up on me. I've got one here, and one here.
Wow.
Awesome. Very cool. Hey, quick question for you guys. Is this reversed or can you see this normal?
No,
The
that's
words?
good. It's perfect.
The words look good? Okay. To me, they're reversed.
No, for us it's fine.
good.
It looks
It,
like
it looks
proper.
the way it's supposed to look. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I just created this like 2 minutes before. I was like, maybe it'd be cool if I had a cool background. And then
But
this was
you know
later.
that previously the background you had, that was reversed.
That was reversed.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it looked normal to me. Like that's very strange. Oh well, no big deal. Cool. Well, excellent. Thank you guys for joining. And it's already started recording. Okay. Oh well, awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for guys for joining. And I know you wanted to learn about Atlas. I know a lot of people have been using Perplexity's browser a little while because it's been out. So I did try Perplexity's browser when it first came out, but I just had an issue like right away where I pulled in the wrong bookmarks and then I couldn't do the right ones. So I just got frustrated and I kind of bailed on it. So I was like, okay, let's do ChatGPT. Let's do the right one. So when I downloaded Atlas, I made sure I got the right bookmarks and I used it for my business context, not my personal context. And yeah, so that's where we're at. Okay. So I have been using it for about 2 weeks now, ever since you guys voted. You remember at the end of the day, I put up a poll and you guys said, yeah, let's do Atlas. So, okay, so I did. Cool. So let me share my screen and we can get started. You guys are ready? I don't know if anybody else is going to be joining. I haven't heard confirmation, either yes or no from anyone else. So if people join and I miss them, please let me know if I don't let them in.
Sure.
All right. So any quick questions before we get started? No? We're good? All right, cool. Well, I do want this to be interactive. So if you guys have anything to say or have anything you want to talk about, please let me know. I don't just want to sit up here and lecture. That's not how I roll. You guys know that. All right, cool. So Atlas. So I did start with Gamma. I actually saw a really cool article about Gamma yesterday, how they just hit like a $2 billion valuation with 50 employees. So if you think about that, how many millions of dollars is each employee responsible? It's pretty cool. So I think I might do Gamma next. I might deep dive. They just released a couple new features. I know we're not supposed to talk about Gamma today, but leave me alone. It's pretty awesome. All right, cool. So yeah, we're gonna go over Atlas today. So like I said, I've been playing around with it for about 2 weeks now. And why I'm going over this, or why I even suggested, was a lot of people were using Perplexity, and really Chrome has basically had the browser share for quite a few years now. A lot of browsers don't even work like with certain things, like Internet Explorer doesn't even work anymore, at least the older versions, and now they have Edge, and they just really haven't caught up. So really what I'm going over is I know that AI is changing a lot of things, especially how we work on a day-to-day basis, and having a more updated modern browser might be a good idea, considering that's the way that the world is moving. Now, I did see recently that Gemini is now added to Chrome. So I didn't look into that in detail. So I don't know all the differences between the two. I don't know the difference between Perplexity's Comet. I haven't dove into that real deep. So I'm just going to be talking about Atlas, and I can maybe do another detailed one later, or maybe do Perplexity's browser as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we go from here. But yeah, I just want to learn. This is what you guys wanted to know about. So this is what I'm excited to learn and see what we can do and how it can speed up, just browsing or being on the internet. All right. So has anyone used this before? Have either of you guys used this, or
No.
anyone here use Comet at all?
No, I have used Comet.
Oh, is that Gamma or Atlas?
Comet, the browser.
Comet. Oh, is that the ChatGPT one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I tried to use it today actually for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
tried
right.
the A thing, but it didn't work like I wanted it to be. So anyway,
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
been using Comet for a while. It works good for me. I've been using it as my assistant to, schedule meetings and master classes and whatever I enroll for.
Mhm.
So yeah, Comet is working good for me. I haven't explored Atlas as of now, but these days I am into Google and Gemini part. I'm
Mhm.
doing a masterclass, a boot camp precisely on building AI agents with Google. Once
Nice.
I'm with that, I'll explore Atlas then.
All right. Awesome. Excellent. Very cool.
You should have a class for us, Divya.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe we should have a guest class. What do you think about
Mm.
that? We could talk about that offline.
So yeah, maybe. Actually, it started yesterday and it's a 5-day course. So we had our first live broadcast yesterday night. It is like, for me, I have to stay awake till 12:30 in the night, because that is the time they are doing the live stream, and they are giving assignments for that as well. So day 1 is done, and I was doing day 2 today. So this is going to happen, and after that, there is an opportunity to do a capstone project with all the learnings that we have for 5 days. So I was thinking maybe I can, complete those 5 days. I am already, drafting all the notes and making videos on notebook and all, and then maybe we can do something here. This is what I was planning.
I'd love that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Get guest speakers. Love it. Absolutely. Very cool. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we could talk more about that. And congratulations. I know that's tough. Like midnight, taking classes at midnight to learn about AI. Who would do such a thing, Ina?
A mom.
Yeah, absolutely, Anika.
yeah, I was talking about Atlas before, not Comet. I haven't used Comet. I've used Atlas.
You've used Atlas. Okay. All right. So you're a little familiar with this one. Awesome. All right. Cool. So yeah, as we talked about, we could see the differences really with the AI browser. And I know this is Atlas experience, but as far as I can tell, they're somewhat similar in how they work. I mean, the big thing is AI sees what you see. I've noticed that quite a bit, is it actually can provide context when you ask it questions as you're browsing. All right. So let's see here. So what it did for me over the past 2 weeks, as I've been using it quite extensively, it was easier for me to learn, and it helped, especially with YouTube videos. I was watching a lot more YouTube, Harmozy, stuff like that, like learning how to use Atlas, which is kind of funny as well. Content repurposing was big for me. So like creating content in one place and then easily transitioning that for content in other places. So think about like the posts that I did, like the school post to a LinkedIn post to a Facebook post to an Instagram post. It was really easy to transition all of them. Getting to the writing support. So like if I was stuck or I was working on, specifically I was working on a proposal and I didn't really like the language. So I just very easily highlighted it, talked to AI, and it automatically changed it right in the browser for me. So instead of like copying what I needed to do, pasting it in ChatGPT, working inside of ChatGPT, copying the answer, pasting it back, it was a lot easier and faster to do it this way. All right. Okay, so part of the things that I wasn't a huge fan of is that it does take up a lot of computer resources. So I have a screenshot here on the next screen. So it takes a lot more out of your browser and or out of your computer, and it did slow my computer down a little bit, especially when I had a bunch of tabs open, as compared to when I was using Chrome. So it's more heavyweight, at least at this point on my site. Some sites didn't work that I tried to go to. So I got my business credit card and I went to Chase, the bank, to try to activate my credit card online, and it wouldn't let me. It just straight up, the websites weren't working. I wasn't able to actually get in. It was just spinning. So that was the only website that I had an issue with, but it just didn't work at all. And then I took the exact same URL and I just put it in Chrome and it worked fine. So I don't think all of the pages, or there are at least some sites that aren't working, but most of the other ones did. But man, still, banking didn't let me do that. And one of the other really weird things that I never would have noticed is when you highlight text in Chrome, you can highlight it. You know how you like copy and then you can go down and you can go down a really long page. Well, with Atlas, I wasn't able to do that. And I did this multiple times across multiple pages, like over multiple days, just to see if it would work. But like when you highlight something, like it doesn't scroll down. Now, I know this is a presentation, but I couldn't scroll down and highlight everything on the page. I had to scroll to the bottom of the page and then highlight up if I wanted to highlight everything and paste it somewhere else. Just a really weird little quirk, and I don't know why it did that. And I thought at first that it was just me being weird, but ultimately it wasn't. So I don't know, just kind of weird. All right, some other privacy things. So a couple of things that I didn't do. There were a couple of times where it asked if it could access my Gmail, and I didn't feel comfortable with it yet. It's just still OpenAI. I just don't want to give it access to everything in my life yet. I know eventually I'll probably have to, but one of the things that I tried to do is like, search for this specific email or the content within this specific email. And I know I can do that within Gmail, but I tried to do it here and it's like, oh, give me access to your email. And I was like, yeah, I didn't feel comfortable. So I didn't do that. And then the same thing with the banking. I do online banking myself. I didn't feel comfortable using it, like logging in with all of my credentials to my bank account. Once again, and this is just me not being comfortable with OpenAI. I don't know. I just rather do it in Chrome just because I know it's safe. So I didn't do any of my financial logins, none of my banking within this. And that's just a personal preference at this point in time. Obviously, it probably could have worked. I just haven't. All right. So yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah. So this is the screenshot that I took of my memory. You can see how much CPU power Atlas was taking, and it only had a couple browser windows open, like as compared to where I had more stuff open on Chrome, which took a lot less. So it was just really slowing down my computer. So I noticed that I had to close out tabs on everything. If I wanted to live stream like I'm doing right now, I closed down almost all of my browser tabs on Atlas, so I don't slow it down. And I definitely noticed that it did slow it down if I did have a lot of stuff open, which was kind of annoying. But at the same time, I guess it's good. Why do I need a million tabs open? Do you guys have a million tabs open? Like
Yeah,
on your computer
and
all the
Windows.
time?
Yeah.
No. Divya's like, no, I'm clean. I like it nice and clean. But everyone else does.
I
Yeah.
do not keep them open because I get confused.
Yeah.
Why did I open it? Why is it still open? So
Mhm.
once I'm done, I just close it.
That's fair. That's probably smart. One of the cool things that I just found out actually after I created this slide deck is if you have multiple tabs open, I'm going to open up a whole bunch here. So instead of the tabs getting smaller, see up here at the top,
Oh yeah.
like, where did the tab go? So it actually scrolls left to right. So like if you want to have multiple tabs, you can, and it keeps it the same size. They keep them all the same size, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I just noticed that yesterday when I was playing around.
Can
After
you group them like in Chrome?
So is there no option to group the tabs here?
you can group tabs if you want to. Yeah, so you can do it together. Close other tabs. Hold on. Move the tab. Hold on. I thought that I grouped the tabs. Move tab to new window. First, last.
Maybe if you select two of them?
Yeah, maybe.
No, you can't.
Well, I thought that I was able to group them. Move
I think
tab.
for that we first need to create a group and then add the other tabs to the group. This is how
Yeah.
it works in Comet.
Close other tabs. Move tab to last. Copy tab address. Huh. Maybe not. How did you do it in Comet? Like, but there's
Also in Comet, when you open a new tab, we get an option to start a new group, and once that you can name the group, and after that you can add the other tabs to that group.
new tab to the right. Yeah, I don't see it. Open sites in menu window. Close other tabs. Close tabs to the right. If I want to close all of them, hold on. Close tabs to the right. Okay, that was cool. It just closed all of them that I had open. But yeah, it didn't group it.
One more limitation from Atlas.
Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like you can't group a tab yet.
Although I think I like it that the tabs don't get smaller because I have loads open, often I can't see which one I am on.
Yep, you just see the icon and you don't know where you're
Yeah.
at. I've been in situations where my music was playing and I didn't know where it was coming from.
Yeah, I
And it
had
was
that.
like it was actually in a tab, in a group in a tab that I didn't know that it was even a tab because the colors were weird.
Or you click on the tab because you want to go into that tab, and by accident you close it because it's so tiny.
So small. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just different. Again, hold on. This is my bookmarks. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing over here. Okay. So I guess maybe that is a limitation. I'm not sure. Looks like it is. Okay. All right. So something else we're learning. Hey, that's what we're here to do, right? All right. So as I was playing around, as you know, if you've already used Perplexity's Comet, then you probably are somewhat familiar with this. But when you are, looking at new browsers, especially a completely different way to change the internet, as you experience the internet, don't try to boil the ocean. Just start small. Get in the beginning. Just start playing around with it. Learn a little bit. Yeah. Keep going. All right. Oh, Stacy. Stacy's joining. Let me let her in real quick. Just in time. Stacy, hello.
Hey,
Hey, welcome.
thank you. Sorry, I lost electricity,
Oh no. Uh-oh, that's not good.
but
And obviously you have it now, so
I have
you're
it
all
now. Yes.
right. Excellent. Well, welcome. You just made it in time. So I just went over a few minutes of the deck, just talking a little bit about Comet. Or I keep saying Comet. No, Atlas. I don't know. We were talking a lot about Comet, Perplexity's browser. But yeah, so we just went through the deck and just kind of covered a couple things, just a couple overall learnings of stuff that I did over the last 2 weeks. Have you used Atlas yet or Comet, either of the new browsers?
I have not.
Haven't? Okay. All right. Cool. Well, we're about to do a live demo. So if you want to watch the first couple of minutes later, you can catch up. But yeah, I was going to go into a couple live demo things of stuff that I did over the last 2 weeks. Obviously, this isn't everything, but yeah, we can start here. So the first thing we're going to be covering for the demo is content. So I talked a lot about content, and being here live, this is great because we can interact, but most people don't consume content live. They usually watch videos. Like YouTube is probably one of the biggest ones. So let's go onto YouTube. Oh, and one of the other things that's weird because I'm used to oh my goodness, Chrome. So I'm used to Chrome. So in Chrome, when you want to open up a new tab, the plus is over here. But in Atlas, it's over here. And I'm still, even after 2 weeks, like if I want to open up a new tab, I go over here and I was like, where's the plus button? Nah, I keep forgetting it's over here. But when you do open it over here, it does open the new tab here versus over here. So it's just like how it opens the tab is different. It's just on the other side. It's next to the plus. I still can't get it, but I guess it makes sense. But most people like are used to the way that they browsed before with keeping everything, because if you do pin stuff, so you can pin things. So if I pin it, it stays to the left. And then if I open up a new tab, then it moves to the right. But if it's not pinned, then it does it that way, which is just different for me. I don't know. It's just different. Again, changing the way we experience the internet. All right. So YouTube. So let's hop on YouTube. And let's see here. Here's my YouTube, what it comes up with. Yes, deep music. I love synthwave music for when I work, putting it in real loud. Hopefully the kids are asleep or they don't do anything. Okay, so let's just grab, let's see here. So Hormozy. So I'll grab a new Hormozy.
The reason that it's so tough to service the bot.
Okay, all right. So from here, so we have the video. Obviously, it's a 20-minute video. We can watch through all of this, or we can just ask ChatGPT, summarize the key ideas in plain language. And then what this actually does is it just looks at everything from this video, and it brings back a quick summary. And I just tested this beforehand, but it is pretty cool. And I've done this for multiple videos, so this obviously isn't the first time that I've done this. So instead of taking the 20 minutes or 15 minutes if you watch it at high speed, you can actually bring this in this way. And here we go. People with less money, if they pay you $3,000. So here's the point. Price should match expectations. So a little bit of everything from here. So there we go. So it's a great Hormozy style and what it can do. So then now my ChatGPT is meant to be a little bit more personal. So yours might not do this. So at the end, if you want, I can turn this into a LinkedIn post, school discussion prompt, a 2-minute teaching slide, or I could ask it to do something else. But what I want to do here is, let's do this, turn this into a LinkedIn post. So something similar. So I would want to rewrite this as a post in my voice. So for LinkedIn. So this is great for LinkedIn content. Now, obviously, we still want to do the AI sandwich and make sure that we edit it ourselves and don't just take it as is. So here we go. Here's a clean post. Use it as is. I was listening to Hormozy's talk. Someone's struggling. There we go. And then from here, it ends. There you go. Who's in? So question. Okay, now obviously you can ask me to do more stuff. Now, okay, great. This is cool. It summarized everything. But really what the next part that I liked about this is post this. Now, obviously I would make changes. I wouldn't do this live. All right. I know I teach about doing the AI sandwich. I would never take this and just post this directly to LinkedIn. You got to edit it. You got to make it in your brand voice. So don't ever do exactly this. So what I would do and what I have done in the past couple of weeks, if you looked at some of my LinkedIn posts, is I took this, I edited it a little bit, changed it, make it do exactly what I wanted to do, and then post this on my LinkedIn. Now, this is where the agent can take over if it asks. So do I want the agent to take over? So I'm going to say yes. And then from here, this is where the magic kind of kicks in a little bit. And it automatically changes this and it'll move. Now, it might take a minute or two to get everything done, which is a little bit slower, but it automatically does this. Now, I know Comet does something very similar where you can make these changes, right? You guys use Comet where you can do basically the same thing, where you tell it what to do. Yeah, they're shaking her head. Yeah, okay. But
So
what
I
like
haven't tried this with the Comet.
oh, you
I mean,
haven't?
posting it directly over there. But I have taken help to, just tweak something that I want to post on LinkedIn in a better language. That's it. But I'll try it. I have to, update my content on LinkedIn. I'll try this, not on Atlas, but on Comet, and I'll let you know how it works over there.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I want to see how it works for this. Now here, because I've done this a couple times and I did this a lot for testing. So you see it takes me all the way to the end. So I have everything. So I do have to post it myself. So it didn't automatically post it for me. But as I was testing this yesterday, it did. It automatically automatically posted it one time for me. Now, usually every other time, it's always asked me, like, do you want to post this? Like it's saying right here, it's been drafted. Would you like me to click post? So every time except one. So only one time it just posted it for me automatically. But I think I told it that I wanted to post it versus getting the content ready. Because because this day post this on my LinkedIn. I don't know what that situation was. I don't own this browser. I was just playing around with it. So 99% of the time it took me this far, but it didn't actually post it, except one time where it did post it. But now this is where I can take a look at this. Now I might want to make a little bit of edits, obviously make the changes, and I'm not going to post this live real time right now because I would want to, have this more in my brand voice, but at least it gets everything ready to go from this side. Now, once I hit post, now this is where I can say, now generate a different one for my school community, and then put it in my school community's voice, and then it'll actually make the change, and it'll navigate over to school, and it'll do the exact same thing that it did with this. So just being able to easily do that, or like maybe I have something else I have to do, or do multiple steps of something, it takes care of all of that. And there's something that we're going to be another mini demo here in a couple minutes where I'm going to ask it to do multiple steps on something, which is kind of cool. But ultimately, I like this because it was really easy for me to take some context from video, get it ready to go, add my own thoughts, and post it without having to do a whole lot. So it's just a little bit faster on this side. All right, so we're not going to post this. All right, Divya, there you are. Right up first front and center in my LinkedIn feed. Cool. All right. So that was demo number one. So
Hey, Dan, did you have to connect everything first? Or does it?
So I didn't. So actually, well, I guess the first time. So when I first downloaded Atlas, I did pull in my bookmarks and my passwords from Chrome, from my Chrome profile. And I did not have to re-add the passwords and do everything. So since I had this information stored in my Chrome, it automatically stored directly in Atlas. So I did not have to like re-log in to everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it pulled it all over. All right.
Dan, have you tried using this Atlas browser to, read the content on any specific LinkedIn post which is too long for you and you don't want to, like waste your time reading the entire content and just want the summary? So like it captures the screen and talks about the content that is rightly present on the LinkedIn tab. Have you tried that?
Not specifically. So like on a specific post.
Yeah, I mean, I follow a few people who, post like very great content, but the content is too long for me to, take time out and read. So this I have tried with Comet.
All right. So here. So we'll try it. I just asked what Pete's post is about. There's Pete right there. He's actually brand new to my other AI group, Innovating with AI. He just recently joined. Let's see here. Pete Grimes. Pete's post. Yeah, so it's not getting the content based off of this, it looks like. Could you let me know when you saw Pete's post? It's right here. So yep, it's not pulling it. Now,
So
if
David,
I
did you
highlight
say that
I've noticed.
it works in
Yeah.
works
This
in
works in
Comet?
Comet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you do the highlight, because it's taking, so let me take this feed out of it. So now let's see if this works. Yeah, I can't spell. Leave me alone. Okay, there we go. So it's very clearly highlighted. I don't see any highlighted text in the content I have access to.
Oh.
Paste the text here. Yeah, I could paste the text, but what's the whole point of that? I didn't
That's
want to do that.
interesting.
That's the whole point of what the browser is supposed to do. So, all right.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's one negative on this one. And you said Comet does this, no problem. You do exactly this. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Well, yeah,
Dan.
that's great.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Have you tried, you know, you did the YouTube videos. Have you tried it with the school videos?
I have not tried it with the school video,
I wonder whether it would be able to read that or not.
like in the content from that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to jump over to school here in a second, so we can do that as well. All right. Okay. Well, the next demo that I had was around school. So yeah, let's do that now too. All right. All right. So no more LinkedIn. Yeah, that didn't work. I'm really surprised that didn't work. Yeah. Very strange. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go over to school. All right. Oh, my masterclass on Atlas is live. Weird right now. All right. All right. So we can do the summarize the content, but first, here we go. So first I can take a look at my school. So, excuse me, what I would like to do for the demo is give me a TLDR of the last 3 messages. All right. So I have a lot of stuff coming in. So when I demoed this earlier, it gave me clarification. So here's a clean of the last 3 posts in your school feed. So going live, talking about Atlas, new training reply, 3 free classes from AI School. So these are the 3 most recent ones. Now it did not take my pinned ones. It just took the 3 most recent ones, which is actually accurate. Now, before when I tested this, and I did this as I was prepping, for this call, it asked me a question before it gave me the answer. It said, do you want to give you, or for clarification, ask if you want the 3 private messages or if you want the 3 most recent posts. And I said, give me the 3 most recent DM messages. And it said that it couldn't find it for me. It's like, I can't read that. Okay, well, I guess that's not great. But then I said, okay, just give me the 3 most recent posts. And then it did very similar to this. So on the live call right now with you guys, it didn't do that. It didn't do that. But that's what it did last time. So it looks like it changes the behavior, or it learned that it can't read it and it automatically went to this. Again, I'm not sure. It's just what happened. But this part is kind of cool. So, okay, here's the last 3 posts. Now, this is where I can say, write replies to all of them. And then it should craft the replies to all 3 or the most recent comments on everything. There we go. Learn about Atlas. Just hopped in. So recent reply, post 2. Recent reply, post 3. Yes. The way you summarize and simplify key ideas. Okay. So it gave me replies to all 3 of those posts. And then from here, auto post them. Nah, I can't spell again. Auto post all 3. So then it does ask me for clarification, which is kind of cool. Okay. So this time we're going to say yes, because I can dramatically do this. And then I'll see if I can summarize a video on this as well here in a second. But this was pretty cool when I did this before. So this is, again, using their agent mode. Now, I know it does take a little bit of while to think. And I think if I move browser tabs, it'll stop and it won't work. We're actually submitting. I need to confirm you want me to proceed. Okay, so this is where I would say yes. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to post them live right now because then I have to go and delete them. So, but ultimately, if I said yes, I think it would actually go my most recent. Now, I don't know if how other people use this in this way, but I think it could be pretty engaging, especially instead of having like a bot or somebody in the school community. Now, I know I only have about 200 people, but if I had 10,000, like Atena, she has 10,000 people in her free school community. It's not easy to do all this stuff, or even to like most recent posts and things like that. So when you have a little bit less people, obviously you can do more manual work. But when you have a lot of people, having a browser like this could help out do a lot of different things. All right. So let's summarize some video content. Let's check that one out and see if that works. Yeah. Let's go over to antennas. So this is a group that Ina and I are in currently. Okay, so let's do one of her trainings. Here we go, Scale AI training. Let's see here, free. Let's just do this one. Okay, so this is her free client acquisition. Okay, so let's do, okay, so it has the context, so it brings the context in here. Is that, okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. So let's see. Transcript, it will give me a shortcut. If not, I'll carefully watch the video, identifying key themes and make a clear summary. So it seems like it says that it's watching the video or will watch the video. Now, I haven't done this. This is the first time that I'm doing this in school, so I have no idea what's going to happen. We're learning together, right? Okay, I can't directly analyze audio. I'll open the relevant posts. It gives, I'll open the video page to read more about it. Is it just taking the summary that's already there?
Looks like it.
I
Yeah.
think so. I don't think it can actually
There's tactics for
get
attracting.
the video content.
Yeah, because it's just taking screenshots and it's showing me the screenshots of this audience 719. Yeah, it's just taking the screenshot audience Q&A case studies. Yeah, it's just basically taking what's on the screen here and then making it a longer summarized version of it. Yeah. Yep. So it does not look like it works with school content. I wonder if Comet
Dang.
will do with school content. Yeah, I know. Boo, right?
Boo.
Yeah. And this is a
Boo.
long course. This is 2 hours.
I know.
Maybe we can build one agent regarding this.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
to look at this. I know school
Aniko will
content-
try it in Zapier.
Someone
Yeah, to
build
see
it,
what we
please.
can
All right, I'm gonna go to sleep now.
All right, now
All right, good
it's late.
night.
Thanks for staying. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Yep. So it doesn't look like it works that way. That's okay. All right, cool. So that's a little bit with school. So another one that I really did like was this. So another demo is that actually getting this idea. So helping out with a couple other things. So I'm going to open up a new browser. Actually, we can just use this one. Drop into here. So go to Hormozzi's acquisition.com. Let's end this chat. Refresh. All right. So this helps out. So if we want to take or maybe scale something. So obviously, if you don't know who do you guys know who Hormozzi is with his books?
No.
No? Okay. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Probably one of the best books on sales that I've ever read is this one. Does it work? 100 million. Yeah, okay.
Makes you
$100 million
disappear.
money models. So he has a couple books. He just broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the most books, nonfiction books sold in 24 hours with I think it was 2.9 million books in 24 hours, like physical books, not ebooks, in 24 hours. And I was one of those. It's definitely the best book that I've ever read on sales. So if you want to sell anything, I highly suggest it. $100 Million Money Models by Alex Hormozzi. Anyway, so he's just a business coach. He does a lot of good stuff with business and he breaks stuff down simply to make it easy. All right. But actually, let's use the browser to help us. So explain who this business serves and what the offer is. What it does is it just takes a quick snapshot of the entire business. So not just, the main screen, but it actually dives a little bit deeper, which is kind of cool because I played around with this for a couple of different websites at actually analyzing what their main offer is and exactly how it can get you there. So it pulls up a couple things. So, and you can see that it was browsing. So it wasn't just looking at the page, like it popped up and it had a couple different things. So it looked at Reddit and it looked at a couple other places. And then we can see here, entrepreneurs become leading AI space. This is not correct. So this is not right. This is wrong. It's still pulling in from Athena School. So this is the AI Mastermind. All right, so it's not pulling in the new page. So it's not doing the acquisition.com. It's doing the page that I was just on. Even though that's not right. So that's ARpreneurs. So that's from the school community. All right. So it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Interesting. Maybe if I open up a new tab. But that's funny that it pulled the context in. So we saw, and you saw, that when it went to acquisition.com, it had this. So it should be looking at this task, but it wasn't. So it was looking at the last page that I was on, which that's not fun. But, you know, it's a brand new browser and it's got to learn. All right. So let's actually pull this in because this was pretty cool context. So let's go back to acquisition.com. And then now it should start a new chat. And then let's see if that pulls that through. But that was accurate. So if you looked at the other one, that was accurate about a 10. Okay. All right. Acquisition.com is built for business owners who are already in motion. All right. So yeah, so what they do is they basically, what I like about this and their business model is that they do free education for everyone. All of their books, everything that they have that you can buy, you can just go and watch them live. And I'm not trying to sell him, but all of this is free and it's really good stuff. But once, so that he gives away literally everything for free, and which is kind of what I'm doing right now, learning a little bit from him, is just creating content and giving it away for free. But once you as a business get up to $1 million in revenue, then he works with you. So if you don't have $1 million in revenue, this company acquisition, they won't even talk to you. They just say, go look at my free content, which is kind of cool. But once you get to $1 million, then they help you scale. But it just gives you a little bit of idea of what it is and what they can do. And then now, here's where the magic comes in. So if I wanted to do this for myself, now rewrite the same model. So his model is the partnership investment. So giving away stuff for free, providing value, adding value, adding value. And then once you get to a certain level that you can actually afford their offer, then they say, come to us. But because you've already gotten so much value, it's almost a no-brainer. They don't have to sell you, yet you're already on it. So now, if I wanted to adopt this for me, is I could rewrite the same model for maybe a client of mine, same model for a, let's just do, there you go. So how can we write the same model for an AI consultant? So in my situation, all right. So it's a very kind of customer. They're starting to feel bottlenecks. They're founders. Okay. I can't clone myself. AI is the next best thing. There we go. So it can give me an offer. It doesn't sell AI tools. It sells itself as an AI system, roadmap, implementation, build bots, workflows, make it real, train people on how to use the systems. So it just gives me a little bit more context of how I can take their business model, or not necessarily these guys, but a successful, maybe a competitor or somebody that's doing something very similar to what I'm doing. I can have Atlas scan it, understand it, and then apply it in my situation, because it does take, because this is connected to ChatGPT, which understands me and who I am and my business model and what I've been doing. It just gives me better context based off of that. So it was kind of neat to be able to set this up and see exactly how this works. All right. So that was kind of neat as well. All right. So now there's two more. So I have two more mini demos and then we're about done. One of them, so this one was a fun one for me. So I wanted to get a new pair of shoes. So what I did specifically, and I actually used Atlas to find this. So I was looking around. So find me a new pair of Jordans. maybe a Jumpman style. So I was doing a little bit of research beforehand on this, under $200 and close to size 11 and a half. So that's my shoe size. So from here, it can go directly and find it, but also you can use the Atlas browser. So like the browser itself to actually find it and get it for you. So here's some of the ones that I was looking for. There's the Flight Club, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it has everything. So this is just a regular style, but I did use, so now use operator. More. And then it pulled through. Operator by Chrome, Atlas, AI shopping extension, a custom GPT you have called operator. And then let's just say 2. So should browse around. So now if I wanted it to, it can actually just browse around the internet and find me what I wanted. Sounds good. Yes. There we go. Yep. It's not doing exactly what it did before. Okay. Well, this was different. Do the exact same things, and things are different on this side. This is fun. Or maybe I did the search option and set it up that way. Well, it did actually look through, and it got me everything that I wanted. So it brought back a couple different web pages like it did before. Then when I told it to actually look for it, it brought me to the pages. So it actually used the operator to go to different pages and show me different things. But of course, it's not going to do that right now because it's a live demo. But it was pretty fun to watch it go through and bring back a bunch of different options, which was kind of neat. So live demos don't always work, but it helped me shopping, which I don't know. Do you guys use this for shopping or trying to find stuff? Do you use OpenAI or anything else?
Not yet, but I think that's a good use case. I'm gonna start using it for that.
Yeah.
It takes
I tried
ages.
using it day before yesterday. I tried using it to buy a pair of tracksuits for my son. But I didn't really like the suggestions precisely. I feel it better. Yeah. I feel it better to, scan through the apps, the shopping apps, and, because the kind of filters and the kind of, options you have to categorize in the app, that flexibility is not present as of now with the LLMs.
Yeah, and so I was actually looking for a specific pair of shoes, and I couldn't find the ones that I liked, right away. So I was like, no, find more. So I had to do that a couple of times, and then I eventually found something that I liked and got those. I wish it was these. These are pretty cool. I know I like red shoes. Leave me alone. But I did like it that it can help find specific things. So like give it the parameters. That's what I liked about it. Is like, here's a price point that I want you to find. Here's a color. Go find it for me. And at least it gives me a bunch of ideas of what I can do. Now this is through the LLM. I could do it through the search. I'm sure I could search for images. So there you go. There's a bunch of images as well. So instead of having look manually. Now I know Chrome does this as well. I really like Chrome's image search through Google, but this is just another option that's kind of similar. And it actually is kind of nice. So it doesn't have all of the fluff and all of the ads. So if I search through here, this way, I'm not worried about getting a million ads on my feeds about, new shoes, which I haven't, which is great. So I haven't actually used Chrome to search for new shoes. So I haven't been getting ads on my Facebook. I haven't been getting ads anywhere else about new shoes.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's what I find annoying.
Yes. Yep. And somebody actually said that because I was talking to somebody. So before I did the search, I was talking to somebody about how I want to get some new shoes, get some new Jordans. And they were like, oh, I bet your newsfeed is going to blow up just because you said it. And actually, it was my brother when he was here for Halloween. That's what he's like. Oh, your newsfeed's going to blow up. All you're going to do is see, ads for shoes. And I haven't seen any, which is kind of cool. And I do think it is because I have only looked in ChatGPT or this browser about shoes, not anywhere else. So I can tell at least they're not selling my information to Meta. At least I know that at this point in time. which is kind of neat. Okay. All right. So last,
Just one question.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
it have something similar to like what Google Lens does? Because I like that, you know, there's a image and find the exact image on the web.
Oh, I'm sure it could do that. Like you can upload a photo and say, find something similar to this.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you,
Yeah,
yeah.
that we have already. I mean, I have already tried doing that stuff earlier, so that works in ChatGPT as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 So find me, yeah, like find me, you know, maybe if you have something specific, like an older pair of shoes or I don't know, an older something that you have and you're trying to find it again or it's wearing out, upload an image of that. Like, hey, find something similar to this. I'm sure that would probably work.
Well, actually, what I started using is that if I see something nice, a nice picture on Google in
Mhm.
Chrome, and I'm thinking that, oh, I want to create something similar with AI, but what would be the prompt? So I click on it with the Google Lens, and
Mhm.
then it doesn't just give you back results for similar or same looking images, but it tells you the description with Gemini.
Mhm.
And I just get the Gemini description and I create the prompt from that.
Okay. So then you have it created like that.
Smart.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Very cool. Good call. Thanks. Thanks for the tip. Okay. All right. So the last one that was kind of cool that I did like. So I'm going to go back to LinkedIn. So let's get out of here. So I played around with this for a little bit. Now you can do multiple steps, which I learned. Now this might be similar with Comet, but so I tested this out. So I can say, go to Grant Stannis, like his most recent post, then follow this Costco wholesale, Costco wholesale, and like the comment on my most recent post. All right. So I tried this yesterday. So this is multiple steps. So doing different things within LinkedIn. Now, I don't know if this works anywhere else, but I did this yesterday with LinkedIn with different people, and it did exactly what I needed to do. So think about like an operator having somebody do the work for you. I could give this instructions of like, hey, I want you to do this, and then I could walk away, you know, for a minute. Now, I don't know if it's going to actually view my face, but I believe that I could walk away and then I know that it's going to do these multiple things. So, okay, so it's going to find the person that I need, which I'm connected to, obviously, like his most recent post. So it did multiple things. So here we go. So walk it through. So there's Grant. It's going to find his post. See, and this is the operator part of it. Now I know this is, you know, still new to have AI basically do things for you, but
You're not touching anything, right? When this is,
yeah, this is all operator. This is doing all of it. So there you go. So it found his most recent post. And then I don't think I've liked it already, but yeah, this is 100% AI. And you can watch it happen real time, which is kind of neat. Now, eventually this isn't going to happen, but you know, this is early adopters. You know, we're early adopters on this one. So here we go. So there's a couple people. So I did not like it. So there we go. Boom. Liked its post. I'm not doing anything. My hands are up here. All right. So now if we look over here, I'll open the post using the tab. Now, there we go. So it's going to find the store. So step one, it took specific action. It did exactly what I wanted it to do, and it completed the task. Then step two is to follow the page for Costco. So it searched for Costco. Do you guys have Costco's over here? You know what the store
a
is?
couple. They're not big, but you can find them.
You can find them. Okay. All right. Costco. I love Costco. It's a great store. All right. So there we go. So it liked the post, or I'm sorry, it followed them. And then the next thing, let's see if it finds a comment on my most recent post. Again, no hands. Hands free. Look, Mom, no hands. The scariest thing your kid could say when they're riding a bike, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of, I only have 5 more minutes and then I got to get my kids ready for school. Okay, so here we go. So it finds, so you can see it's finding me now. Yes, it does take a while and I could do this faster by myself. Like obviously, like I could have done all of this easier, but this is just where we can see where AI is going, that it can now take multiple steps. Like remember a year ago, like when you asked like what 2 + 2 was, or you asked 1 + 1 and it told you 11, something like that. So things are
But it is
changing.
actually saving time, those 5 minutes for you to do something else while AI is doing it
Exactly.
for you.
Yeah. So
But I was
think
thinking
about
that you can start the morning with coming up with the list of to-dos that you need to do and what can AI do, and then you can do something else instead. So that's really cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. I did like, and there you go. So step 3, Tiago. All right, Tiago. He's in another AI group with Stacy and I. I talked to Tiago quite a
Yeah,
bit.
I saw this post this morning. I saw this post.
Yeah, Tiago's a good guy. I talked to him a lot. We both started learning about AI almost exactly 1 year ago. So November, a year ago, we both joined the Innovating with AI community. Him and I kind of hit it off, and we both had a lot of problems finding our niche and doing things, you know. So we worked together for a couple of months, you know, talking about how can we get new clients? What can we do? You know, bouncing ideas off of each other. And then, you know, I got one, he got one, I got one. And now he's doing workshops. You know, it's great just to see people like kind of grow and graduate for themselves. So it's amazing. All right. So cool. There we go. So yeah, it took a couple minutes. We were chatting. We had some fun with it. But there we go. I navigated your LinkedIn account. It did all 3 things exactly as I wanted to without me doing anything. So exactly as you said, okay, I give AI instructions. You go do a couple things. Like I will stay here and like, you know, supervise, but now maybe I can read a book. Maybe I can think about, okay, well, this is what I need to do next. And I can have some ideas, you know, so I can do something while having AI also do something that I need to do. So being a little bit more efficient with our time. And that's the whole point of AI, right? Is being more efficient with our time. So speaking of time, we only have about 2 minutes left. So yeah, did you guys think this was helpful? Any thoughts? You know, I'd love to hear, you know.
Definitely. Thank you. It helped me a lot. I haven't seen any of these browsers yet. So this is great and gave me some ideas what I can do with them.
Nice. Stacey, I like your background. Sorry, I know you just went off camera, but your background looked really cool.
Thank you.
Sorry. All right. Awesome. So yes, so thank you, Aniko. Divya, is this helpful or is this kind of similar? I mean, I know it's very similar to Comet, but at least some of the differences.
Actually, that's the whole point. I got to do, you know, a visual comparison because one of the browsers I've already tried, and this I got to know without trying. So yeah, I already know where I can, you know, run to Atlas for doing something specific that is a limitation in Comet. So definitely a helpful source for me.
Nice. Awesome. Good. Oh, one of the things that I did forget to mention that they do make it when you download it, it only is on Mac right now. So if you have a Windows machine, it does not work on Windows, at least not yet. So they don't have it for Windows yet. I'm assuming it'll be out pretty soon. But yeah, so just Mac, and obviously I have a Mac. So there we go. Excellent. Stacy, was this helpful for you at
It
all?
was awesome. Thank you, Dan.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Well, thank you all for joining. I appreciate it in the afternoons and early mornings and, you know, late nights of everyone. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you being here and, you know, happy to learn. And I think I might do Gamma next, but we'll see. I'll talk to you guys on the community and we can go from there. But I'll post this live as well. All right. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.